How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
So I'm going to tell you something which you might not believe. I am not a 12-year-old girl. And I think it's important we establish that because I have no idea what's popular with 12-year-old girls right now. So what is popular with 12-year-old girls right now?
Gosh, that is a big question.
Right.
Maybe their technology.
Right. So what's popular with you right now?
With me, my hobbies, do you mean?
Exactly.
I like doing special effects makeup, so like fake cuts and wounds and stuff like that.
Okay, that was not what I was expecting in any way, shape, or form. But we'll jump into the movie now.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about... I found your performance in this movie really, really well done.
Thank you.
And you, for me, were not a child actor. You really were the role. How did you get ready for this role? What did Brad ask you to do?
Well, I see Athena as being a very optimistic, intelligent girl, and she's very mysterious, so I think that Brad kind of liked how stern she was and optimistic, which is the same thing that I liked, so he just kind of told me how he thought of her and then just let me perform what I thought of how Athena should be, and then that kind of, and he liked it like that, so, and I wanted to give him exactly what he was looking for and what he wanted, so yeah.
I've heard that Mr. Clooney is known to be a prankster on set. Mm-hmm. Did you experience any of these pranks?
I did, yes. There was one time when we pulled up on a monorail and the doors would open and the camera would be there watching us. So George thought it would be funny if we all ran to the sides. So when the doors opened, the camera saw nobody. So we all ran to the sides and the doors opened and everybody was like, okay, so where have they gone? And burst out laughing. And because it was a bit of a surprise when nobody was there. So they probably got that on film as well.
That is also good. I've heard these seem like tame pranks. He can go a little harder than that. He seemed like he was being very nice with you. When you think back on the making of the movie, I would imagine there was like a day or two, or maybe it was the whole thing for you, that you really was a memorable moment. Something that you think about. Like, oh my God, I remember that day. Do you have any days like that from the filming where there was 1 or 2 days that you'll always remember?
There was one time when, it was a long process, but me and Britt, who were sitting in a car, it was we had a lot of scenes in that car, so we were sitting there in hours and hours, and we just had this rubber glass, because they weren't going to put real glass in there. We just used to crumble it and play with it all day. That was a day that I definitely remember.
That, again, not what I was expecting. Did you hypothetically borrow anything from set? Did you take home anything, or did they let you take home anything, or maybe you took it home without asking?
I took home some rubber glass.
Oh, okay. Was there anything else that you borrowed?
Gosh, no. I think that they'd know if it was missing. I wouldn't like to take it home because I'd be, gosh, what if I lost it?
You never know. Well, some people like to take home things from sets. It's okay. When did you first know, going backwards a little bit, that you wanted to act? Was it what was your first memory of being I want to be an actor?
Well, it wasn't really, I didn't really decide, I want to be an actor. It was more each day I thought, I first did my first job when I was 7 and then kind of picked off from there and I enjoyed doing that. So I kind of decided, this is kind of what I want to do.
What was the experience like for you landing this role? Was it a lot of auditions? Could you sort of talk about what it took to get the role?
Well, first of all, I started doing a self-tape, which is like a self-tape at home. And then I did a screen test in London. Then I did a screen test in America. And then I found out that I got the part. I'm sure that there was a lot of excitement on that phone call. Yeah, a lot.
What was it like you get to do a lot of cool things in the movie. Did you have a favorite? What was the thing that when you were reading the script or being told what you were going to do, you just couldn't wait to do it?
All of the stunts. Yeah, they're quite cool.
Can you describe some of the stunts you got to do?
It was mostly martial arts, so like protecting people, kicking, punching, flips maybe.
Did you actually do any?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Did they have you on wires?
For the punches and kicks, no, but for some flips or anything, you had me on wires, yeah.
When people ask you, this is one of these, you're working for Brad Bird, Damon Lindelof, and they're known for their secrecy. How hard has it been for you to like not tell friends and not tell people about who you play, the specifics?
I mean, it was hard, but I really enjoyed it because that's fun having a secret that nobody else knows that you're excited to share when the film actually comes out. Because, I mean, what's the point in walking into a cinema predicting and knowing what's going to happen? So I enjoyed keeping the secret because it felt like you were part of something.
You've been trained very well by Damon and Brad.
Yes, I have.
Right, exactly, yeah. Did they explain this to you on set? When did they first start telling you, like, we're going to keep all this secret?
I mean, I'd signed many papers, so it was as soon as the audition process started that... Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
What was, from when you got the script to what you were actually filming, did a lot change along the way? Or was it pretty much what you got at the beginning?
I mean, masses didn't change, so it wasn't like they'd tell you last minute. It was... Some of it was changing, but you'd know months in advance so you could correct those changes in your head and carry on with the script.
Was there, if you could give yourself any advice from going back to the first day of filming, is there any advice you'd give yourself? Like, don't be nervous, it's going to be okay, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, just tell myself to have fun, which I did. I just had an amazing time and just had so much fun.
What are you thinking about doing for the future? Are you trying to, you know what I mean? Are you thinking about stuff? Are you reading scripts? Are you...
No, not at the moment. I mean, if I could invent something for the future, I would get rid of any technology. So, well, I mean, keep the cool cars.
I was going to say, the phone is kind of good, though.
I mean, for things, to talk to people from on the other side of the world, that's fine. But I mean, people walking next to each other in the streets and like not communicating, not saying hi, smiling at them, I think that's strange. But talking to people from the other side of the world, I understand that kind of technology, but not when you don't communicate with anybody. I think that's a bit silly.
I was going to say, I'm sure you've noticed where people are all around each other and they're all looking down on their phones.
Yeah, like this.
Yes, I also agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. It's very weird. When you go back to the making and working with Britt, I think you and Britt have some great scenes together.
Yeah.
How did you guys rehearse those scenes? Or, I mean, talk a little bit about working with her and how you prepared.
Well, Britt was like a big sister to me, and I really got on with her, and she's just so kind and down to earth, so it wasn't, I mean, we'd rehearse them, and it wasn't hard to kind of create that kind of chemistry because we just really got on.
What is your favorite movie?
Hanna.
Really?
Yeah.
With Saoirse?
Saoirse Ronan, yeah.
Really? Was not expecting that. Favorite TV show?
Under the Dome. Britt is actually in, but I am addicted to it at the moment.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think there's 2 seasons, so you've watched both?
Yeah, well, I'm still on 1 because we've got it on Amazon Prime, but Series 2 hasn't come out yet on Amazon Prime.
I understand. What are you looking forward to seeing this summer besides Tomorrowland in theaters at least 5 times?
I don't know. Do you mean what else?
Yeah, what other movies?
I don't know what else is coming out. I mean, I think Mad Max looks good.
I'm going to say this is not what I was expecting you to say in any way, shape, or form. Since this interview will run after the embargo has lifted, I can say to you, Mad Max is unbelievably awesome. Because I'm under embargo, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, have you seen it?
I have, and it is incredible.
Okay, well, I'm very excited.
I did not expect you to say Mad Max, though. That in any way, shape, or form. Do you have any pets?
No.
Do you want a pet?
Yes.
And which is the pet that you want?
A wolf.
Really? Oh, and now you've watched Game of Thrones then?
I'm not allowed to watch it.
Okay, so you know that there's wolves on the show.
Really?
Yes. Well, this is a conversation for off camera. Do you have any hidden talents?
I like doing... I've already said that. No, not really.
I will leave it there and say...
Hobby.
What?
Your hobby's a hidden talent.
I think I've already said... Have I already
we
said?
talked about the hobbies at the beginning. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good. I really, I would love to talk more specifically about your role in the movie, but it would be spoilers, so I'm holding myself back, and I'm just going to say I really enjoyed your work in this. I think you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Sincerely.